Here you go, guys. I wanted to make a video showing you how to make lamp oil out of raccoon fat. You can pretty much do this with any fat, off of deer. I mean, you can even use beef fat. It's the same process that they used in whaling to make lamp oil. Basically what you're doing is you're bringing the temperature of the fat up to bring it into an oil state. The oil sits and floats on the surface of the water. You take a turkey baster and you suck the oil off and you put it in another container, and you keep doing this until there's no more fat left in there. You might have to add more water as the process goes on, but rendering it down keeps it from solidifying or turning back into a solid. So that's why it's good for making using in lamp oil or like for a candle or whatever. But anyways, this is the starting process of it. I will show you the finished, and as I start pulling it off with the turkey baster and so on. Anyways, be back in a minute. Bye. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but in the process, as you're processing and rendering this fat down, you're going to use water, and you can tell how much oil you have as it's rendering down by the amount of water that you put in. So I use 1 cup of water. See how it looks right now, and you can see how it's steaming still. Now that when that stops steaming, it's going to start being just oil inside the pot, but I don't want to get it that far. But you can see how thick, how much oil has came out of this fat that I have by pushing down on it. See how thick it looks and how it's boiling? It's not boiling like water. So that's letting me know that I'm getting quite a bit of oil out of the amount of fat that I had. And I use this here to push down on it to start separating it, to help it separate a little bit faster so I ain't sitting here. So far I've probably got about an hour invested in this, in the time, and I'm trying to use all of this that I can so it does not go to waste. I'm about ready to put another cup of water in here and boil it down again. But you can see how thick that's turning. It's almost like a soupy, just like vegetable oil. It's rendering down. It just takes a little bit of time, but the benefits are well worth the wait. You'll see. Alright, I wanted to show you guys this. See how the oil, now it looks like you're deep frying it. That's too much. You do not want to be, you'll get like cracklings from the coon fat. You don't want that to happen. And the fat, if you don't add water, will cause it to harden again like lard. So you have to add more water when you get to this point here, and you'll see it turn into a milky white. That's because the water is helping the milk to render the fat down. And when you see it start to clear like this, you know that you need to add more water to it. Alright, I'm down to the final stages. What's happening is I'm boiling all the water out of it. I took the remainder of the fat that was left, which I put in a bowl, and I can take this and I can stick it in a sock, heat it back up, and use it to waterproof my tent, my shoes, whatever else I want to do. Or I can put it back in some more water and make more lamp oil out of what's left. I didn't need that much, and I need to waterproof my tent. I have a canvas tent. So anyways, I'm going to videotape this so you guys can see exactly what it looks like. And you'll know because it happens real quick. And this is something else that you might want to do. It's all completely up to any females that might want to try this. But you can put a couple drops of food coloring in here to put some pretty color in it, whatever. But you can even take mint leaves and render that down and to where it's an oil, and mix that oil in with this which will give it a nice fragrance when it's burning in your lamp. But this is just something that it's nice to know. So like, say if you're going out camping or whatever and you don't want to take a flashlight with you, or you want to make your own little lamp, you can just use like a tuna fish can or anything that you might find. Pour a little of this in there, put a cotton rope or cotton string in it, and set the end on fire and give yourself a little bit of reading light. And watch, it's starting to happen right now. But all this right here is lamp oil, every bit of it. I could deep fry French fries right now if I wanted to in this stuff. It's going to get real clear here in a minute. Matter of fact, I'll turn the heat up a little bit. Speed this up a little bit. Alright, this is what I ended up with. And you will have to strain it. Anyways, we're fixing to see my wife's beautiful hand because I need her help. Better hold that strainer. Hold the strainer. The strainer. Thank you. Well, there it is, finished product. Oh, couldn't get the wick to come up. Give it a few minutes to soak in. As the flame gets started, it starts drawing the oil up the wick. There it is. Rendered from raccoon fat. There it is, coon fat.